What's going on, Amanda? Thank you so much for the dream interpretation request. I'm excited to be able to talk to you about what your unconscious mind's trying to tell you, what your dreams are trying to tell you. It's a very interesting dream. I don't get a lot of third-person dreams. That's pretty unique, and it's definitely kind of like third person to all the stuff that's happening here. I love that. I've actually got one friend who dreams this way all the time. It's pretty unique to people like you. It usually means that you're pretty intellectual. You're a thinker. You're probably really smart. You probably are pretty insightful about stuff. So that's kind of cool. I'm looking forward to giving you the insight that your dreams are trying to tell you. So as I always do, I'm going to read through the dream just to get a flow of the story. I've already read through it, but I'm going to go through it again for context, and then I'm going to talk to you about some of the symbols. Here we go. It's funny how you start this out. You're like, is this where I write things? God, I hope so, because I'm going for this. And if not, I'll just live with it. Yes, you did it right. Good job. So for a while, I've been dreaming about taking on the responsibilities of a god without being a god. Like, they can't touch me, I can't touch them, but we exist on the same plane of existence, and other humans can't see me at all. Let me scroll. Hold on. But the first and weirdest example of a dream with this was watching creation of humans out of clay and watching them evolve until they could contact the gods directly. And it went from almost like a textured clay version into a deep oil painting. I'm reading my laptop over my screen here. The humans made these gilded versions of humans to ask them for a new god, to create a new god. It's like I was watching third person, but I could see these deities make direct eye contact with me, so you knew that they could see you. Eventually, a lion showed up. It was female with a purposely curled mane, and it turned into a red and gold woman. She was the only one who could make a new god. There was so much anticipation to see what it would be god of, but she made one that would destroy all the humans, and even a few of the gods that got in the way. The humans never said they wanted a benevolent god. I wasn't afraid. I knew it couldn't touch me. It was disappointing to see the mistake, especially since it should be something they thought of. That is kind of sad and disturbing. So let's talk about this. Being a god, right? Being a god, symbol for a higher self, right? So you're kind of viewing this whole scenario from your higher self, right? Kind of up in the clouds. And you're separate, right? So you're not getting involved in the story. You're a little bit disconnected, which kind of goes back to what I was talking about with my friend and with you, Amanda, is that you can be a little bit disconnected from your emotions, from your body. And maybe that surprises you. Maybe you don't quite agree, but your dreams would kind of say otherwise. So you're seeing this from your higher self, or maybe you're very connected with your body, and your dream is trying to be that higher self. It could be a couple things. Anyways, you get the connection here. And so human beings are created, right? And these human beings are going to be a symbol for your human nature, kind of your earthly, primal, think if you ever had like Psych 101 in high school, Sigmund Freud talks about like the id, ego, and superego, right? So id being like your primal sort of animalistic desires, superego being your higher self, greater community, and then the ego being kind of the you that chooses between these in the middle. This is a very straightforward example of that. You've got your higher self, you being a god, the responsibilities of a god. And then you've got your primal sort of humanistic nature. So then, as this dream continues, there's other gods, there's other higher consciousnesses too. These are all parts of yourself. As it unfolds, there's this lion. It's a female lion. A lion is kind of the ultimate animal, king of the jungle, a god of gods, this person that you're thinking of. It's the ultimate you. It's a female lion with intentionally curled mane, which is a symbol for power and strength, hair, right? And so it's also a crown for feminine archetype. And so here is this lion wearing a mane that's immaculately maintained, right? This is your ultimate higher self. And it turns into this woman, right? So it's your ultimate feminine, wearing red and gold, red being a sign for strength and life, right? Red blood, and gold being the ultimate metal, right? Being the perfection, right? You think of, 24 carats, right? And so a symbol for the sun, ultimate power. You get it. I could go on and on. So these humans, right? This primal nature inside of you, and this is a symbol for you, creates. They are trying to create a god. They're trying to kind of move to that higher level. They want a new god, but it ends up being something that destroys them. And so this whole dream, when you get right down to it, is a symbol for self-sabotage. They created this god. Your higher self is looking at it and you're like, oh, that's a damn shame. Because deep down, you know that your primal nature, I don't know what it is you're struggling with, Amanda, but I've got a feeling that and there's a part of you that knows, your higher self knows, that what it is you want deep down inside will ultimately destroy you. And, I think the primal nature wants it to destroy you, but your higher self knows that that's such a waste and that you're worth more than that, that this animalistic, this human nature, which is good, right? Don't start to reject and repress the parts of yourself that are human, but it knows that if left to its own devices, like these humans were, because nobody talked to them, will destroy itself. And that destruction will actually be in some ways good, because the ultimate higher form is the one doing the destruction. So I'm not a mind reader. I can't tell the future. I just tell what dreams mean. So Amanda, I hope that a couple things are coming to your mind when it comes to this. Some things that you have been struggling with, your human nature, those parts of you that are primal. They want things that are going to destroy you. And it's okay to say and to coach them, teach them, bring those human beings, bring your animalistic nature up to a little bit of an elevated level, right? Help them understand. Care for yourself, care for your body, care for your humanistic parts, but also educate them and allow yourself to have that connection where you're not so disconnected from your body, you're not so disconnected from humanity, because really what this dream is also saying is, as much as those animalistic, humanistic parts of yourself, if left to themselves, will destroy you, they need the connection with the higher self. And I think right now your mind and body are so disconnected that you're not getting that benefit. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that gives you some insight into what your dream kind of means and what it's trying to tell you. I think it's got some very clear implications for what you should do and how you can better improve your life. If you've got any questions, anything was confusing, just let me know. Hit me with an email or put a comment down below. But more than anything, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing this intimate dream about yourself. I don't take it lightly. It's always a privilege for me to be able to do this, and I really appreciate it. Thanks for following what I do. No higher praise than someone sending me their intimate dreams like this. So thanks. And Amanda, until next time, I'm sure we'll talk again. Peace.